Hello, dear friends. It's both a particular pleasure to address such an audience comprised of entrepreneurs, investors, and key stakeholders committed to innovation and to shaping our future together. It's also an interesting opportunity to reflect on an issue that sits at the very heart of our collective future: the pursuit of a path to sustainable economic growth. As we look towards a rapidly changing world, the challenges we face are significant, but so are the opportunities. How we navigate this path will define not only our economic trajectory, but most importantly, the kind of society we pass on to the new generations. The challenges of climate change, resource depletion, social inequality, social opportunities require tailored responses that go much beyond the old paradigms. Sustainability must be integrated into the very fabric of our economic frameworks and business models. Duly embedding sustainability into economic policies and business strategies is not just about moral responsibility. If done right, it is also a pathway into longer-term prosperity. All over the world, governments and companies have fortunately committed to ambitious climate goals. In Europe, we have assumed a strong commitment in advancing sustainability goals at the global stage. And the European Climate Law, EU countries committed to ambitious targets to cut greenhouse gas emissions by 55% already by 2030. The EU will also be the only major region worldwide to have introduced a significant CO2 price. The European Green Deal reflects our collective commitment to mitigate and making sustainability a reality. These initiatives are not just words on paper. They represent actionable plans will guide us through this transition while leaving no person and no place behind. Against this background, EU countries have agreed to commit to spending 30% of the EU's long-term budget for 2021-27 on climate-related projects. In addition, we have introduced an unprecedented fiscal stimulus package with the goal to make our economies and societies more sustainable. In Portugal, we are also doing our part and have already made significant strides. We were among the first countries in the world to set a target for carbon neutrality in 2050. In 2023, 83% of our electricity came out of renewable sources. In November 23, Portugal has actually achieved a remarkable milestone in its renewable energy journey, with our electricity grid running entirely on renewable sources for several days. No great transition comes without its challenges. In addition to the need of a substantial mobilization of capital, we require clear, stable regulations, effective incentive schemes, and a robust public support and societal mobilization. This said, we must also not forget the need to strike a virtuous equilibrium between regulations and innovation, required to fuel a green, sustainable transition. New laws must be tailored carefully, as not to hinder the economic growth and private sector drive necessary to finance the new green investments. I don't see a path to green transition and sustainable growth model which is decoupled from a vibrant, innovative private sector and decoupled from the creation of economic wealth. This drills down to one message I would like to leave. In order to make this transition a reality, we need more than just policy guidance. We need innovation, faster and better innovation. Let me highlight the pivotal role that startups and entrepreneurs as ourselves will play in building a better future. Across the world, namely in the vibrant ecosystem of Singapore, we can see innovators as developing cutting-edge technologies that are driving the green transition. These are examples of how entrepreneurship are pushing sustainability forward. All in all, as we embark on this critical journey towards a more sustainable future, it is important to recognize not only the challenges, but also the vast opportunities that await companies and businesses. Sustainability is not just a challenge, it is mainly a driver of value creation. Gladly, governments are stepping up new public policies, incentives, and regulations aimed at fostering a green economy. At the same time, consumers are shifting their preferences towards sustainable products and services, expecting companies to take responsibility for their environmental and social impact. This creates a window of opportunity to capitalize on growing markets for eco-friendly products and services. In every sector, from transport to manufacturing, through technology and digitalization, companies are finding in Portugal new ways to reduce waste, optimize resources, and create long-lasting products. The financial sector plays a pivotal role in achieving our sustainable development goals. A true impact economy, profit with purpose, is what we need. It provides the necessary funding to drive economic growth, accelerate the climate transition, and support the significant investments required for a green and inclusive economy. Fintech enterprises have been playing and will play a crucial role in this regard by providing innovative and effective solutions for financing and managing financial risk, and by providing the technological advances that strengthen and modernize the financial system. Fintechs, the way we see it in Portugal, are also making unprecedented breakthroughs in fostering inclusive financial services, democratizing access to credit, and providing opportunities for citizens, entrepreneurs, and business to grow and innovate. Moreover, fintech are providing solutions that enable financial inclusion for marginalized populations through digital tools, contributing to poverty eradication and advancing equitable development. And this makes all the difference. In Europe, there is today a sense of urgency for our policymakers to promote a better financing environment for disruptive innovation, namely by providing the right incentives for venture capital and business angels. That's what we are also focused in the Portuguese government. ESG factors are also proving to be more than just corporate buzzwords. Also, various standards and legal requirements for enterprise on ESG related actions, reporting or disclosures have already passed in some jurisdictions, with the EU leading in this regard. Sustainability reports will allow companies to understand their sustainability performance and to communicate clearly with stakeholders. More and more SMEs and startups are comprehending these in Portugal. Ultimately, ESG non-financial reporting, clear labels for investment products or green bond standards, which will facilitate financial and capital flows to companies with positive impact and to companies taking credible steps towards transition. The private sector in Portugal is becoming a key to financing the green transition. And ultimately, companies that integrate sustainability into their core operations attract more investment, more talent, and more customers. They are also proving to be more resilient with lower operational and financial risks. As we push forward the green transition, we must also recognize the role of digitalization. In Portugal, we believe that neither can succeed without the other, the so-called twin transition, and they are both equally important for our future. The digital revolution and technologies such as AI, cloud and edge computing, and the Internet of Things are transforming our industries and our export landscape, and are enhancing our ability to manage resources efficiently, monitor and manage energy consumption and pollution, and reduce waste and optimizing supply chains. Our startups and scale-ups, our entrepreneurs, are already a driving force behind the green and digital transition in Portugal, and they are delivering innovative solutions underpinning sustainable economic growth. Influential platform events like FinTech Festival here or the Web Summit in Lisbon next week are bringing together entrepreneurs, investors, and the wider ecosystem. They are acting as a catalyst in driving the innovation needed for a future, and thank you for that. Let me also invite you to Lisbon, not only to the Web Summit, but to a new cluster and ecosystem of startups and VCs that are changing the paradigm and the DNA of our economy. The same way that Singapore economically and financially connects Asia, Portugal is a small country but has been able to historically cross frontiers and help connect the world. And it's becoming itself a test bed for startups looking to enter into the European, African, and even Latin America, namely Brazilian markets. No country can succeed in isolation. The transition to a sustainable economy requires cooperation on a global scale. And global trade will also certainly play a vital role in the decades to come in achieving the new green transition by promoting economic growth, innovation, and efficient distribution, but mainly providing for peace for all of us. A successful transition to climate-friendly and sustainable growth must ensure that both productivity and social inclusion are pursued simultaneously. As economies aim to decarbonize and embrace sustainability, it is essential to ensure that vulnerable populations are not left behind and that social cohesion is attained. This transition must be just and inclusive. Appropriate incentive and financial schemes shall protect citizens, workers, and business by providing access to reskilling programs, jobs in new economic sectors or energy efficiency housing. A new economy is being born also in Portugal. Let it also make it also not only a new economy, but a better economy. Building resilience is not only about preparing for climate events, but also strengthening economic frameworks that protect the most vulnerable. Let me conclude and allow me to leave you with a sense of urgency, as well as of optimism. The challenges ahead are immense, but so are the opportunities. Together, through collaboration, innovation, and a shared commitment to sustainability, we can build a future that is resilient, prosperous, and just for those who will follow. However, the journey towards sustainable growth is a shared endeavor, one that calls not only one country, one sector, public, private, to play their part. Please reflect and act on the extraordinary potential you hold through financial innovation and innovative thinking. A noble task and a huge responsibility for all of you and for all of us. As we stand on the cusp of a new era, may we always remember that true progress is measured by the legacy we leave for the future generations. Let's make it happen together. Thank you.